Hey people, voice talking to you. Today, we are taking a very quick look at the demo for Deep Space Tavern. This is a goofy sci-fi barkeep simulator with an emphasis on clicker elements. This is also another demo off of Steam's Next Fest, so if you'd like to check this demo out for yourself, I will have a link for you down in the description where you can download and try it out for free. Down there you'll also see a link to my Twitch stream because I play every game I review live first, and I'd love to see you there. Now, onto the game. At the start, the player takes ownership of a high-tech bar at the edge of the galaxy. As the only watering hole on this dusty mining colony, it is your job to keep customers drinking and the coins flowing into your pockets. When you start out, your tavern is nothing but a textbook sci-fi habitat module with nothing inside but 4 mounted guns that will use to vaporize trash and dispense alcohol with extreme prejudice.
Why don't you aim the liquor launcher their way and fire it?
The liquor launcher?
Drink names really aren't the company's strong suit, are they?
What is that thing? Kill it. These liquor launchers are a really neat feature of the game and the core of its clicker gameplay. Keeping an eye on your customers to make sure they always have a drink in their hand is the best way to keep the tips flowing. Just don't forget to pick up the coins. Oh, and try not to get them too plastered or they'll end up puking all over the floor. With these tips, the player can purchase extensions to their bar and pick from lots of different furniture and decorations to give customers a place to sit and to keep them entertained. But that's pretty much it. The entertainment devices, they all do the same thing, and they don't change your income at all, and all of the furniture just provides places to sit, with none being any better or worse than others. Now, keep in mind, this is a demo, so this could be very different from the finished version, and I sort of hope so too. Because none of the furniture models seem to blend together very well, and all of it feels just a touch out of place. I suppose some tables provide more spaces than others, but aside from that, there really isn't a reason to spend extra money on better furniture, other than player preference. And I don't think the patrons even need a place to sit to be happy. It just gives you a centralized location to make passing out drinks easier.
It looks... great.
No, this place looks horrible. Don't lie to me. If I'm being honest, the furniture and decorations kind of end up feeling like semi-useless props. None of it adds much to your establishment. You can't even make like passive income from slot machines or pinball. And though customers will sometimes ask for additional entertainment, I never saw anything happen when I failed to give them that. In fact, I never actually saw anything negative happen at all, even when I accidentally left a customer without a drink for a solid like 5 minutes or so. So the game seems pretty fast-paced and arcadey, but it also lacks an end condition, so there's no way to actually lose by ignoring customers like a lot of restaurant games have. Something like this, or maybe an incoming rent payment the player needs to fulfill, would be a really solid way to give the player a goal, because if the goal is just supposed to be get bigger and better, then there needs to be a way for the player to invest in passive income, or at least increase their tips, because right now the tips are always the same. Now, I will admit that it can be satisfying to set all your tables up next to coin collectors and watch the money roll in when you pass out drinks, but aside from that, I actually avoided automation for the most part, because it would have left me with nothing to do. Even the customers getting sick, that stopped being a problem pretty quick, because the cleaning bot and the little grub living in the wall took care of any messes that popped up, so I never had to worry about it again. Also, the customers never leave. The day never ends, and I guess once they walk in, they just live in your bar now. And though their weird yapping is kind of funny at first, it quickly compounds into this obnoxious level of noise that overlaps, and it never stops. Yeah, Yeah. This seems more like an arcade type game than a management sim, really. Oh god, that's annoying. As a clicker, this game is passable. It honestly feels like a free mobile game, but I don't mean that in any sort of good way. Now, there's nothing wrong with idle games. Cookie Clicker still has millions of concurrent players, but even Cookie Clicker had meaningful advancement and passive income systems. Now, I can see a version of this game that is pretty good, but the demo doesn't really reflect that version, which is pretty serious since a demo like this is supposed to showcase the best aspects of your game. If you're really into clicker games and you don't mind automation that makes your input kind of obsolete, then this might be worth keeping an eye on. For me though, the 30-minute timer that I initially scoffed at ended up being just enough time for me to see everything the game had to offer. And the UI gore has kept me from... But, then again, I'm just the voice in your head, so what do I know? If you liked this video, consider subscribing for more video game talk, and let me know what you thought about this game down in the comments. I'd love to hear your opinions. Thanks so much for listening to me today, and you'll be hearing from me again real soon.